always elevate the pressure. Heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So Michigan State's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance, so I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Got a man. It's Thorne. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Spartans are on the move. Looking for a man. It's Stoneburner. The quick out. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Poole. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Spartans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down. Got it behind the line. It's McCord. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps, he's good against bubble screens, and he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's McCord. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Got it in the middle, it's McCord. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's McLaurin. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Mountaineers are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback will keep it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got it on the move. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that 1st quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Fowler. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on... And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Let's talk a little bit about Michigan State. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this.
Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air. It's Stoneburner. Out of the backfield, he's open. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw again. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Yeah, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Boots his first of the day away. Was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And the Mountaineers have taken it inside the 20. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, West Virginia!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession. Turning it on! Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
And the Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To throw, it's Stoneburner. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Thorne. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that...
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Looking for more room. The 10. Touchdown Mountaineers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. They love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. This kicker bragged that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. And that is no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. He's still up by 21. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountaineer Field.
And the Spartans will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Corralled by the kicking team. Touchdown, Spartans. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week. This game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 6 over Auburn. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's House. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The receiver on a jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the play fake. On target. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The Mountaineers will have it first and 10. These corners backing off a bit. The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Lost to fire on second down. That's caught. It's McCord. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Clicking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's McCord. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Makes the catch. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Snow. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Spartans can really attack on this second and short. Calls his own number. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Oh, they're after him. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Motion from the back. Back to pass on second down. Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. Hard-hitting tackle. And the Spartans in the hurry-up. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He's got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Going for the mark on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Spartans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Michigan State. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Oh, better look out! Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The short hands, it's House. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
First down, West Virginia.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. It's a draw. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants...
Unleashes one deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. It'll be incomplete, trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. With the catch, it's Thorne. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They want that clock to run. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about solve this game away. Right back to him on the ground. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. And the Spartans come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Here Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing